All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakodash. And that is how you say the correct names of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit in the ancient Hebrew tongue. And I would like to give double honors to all the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whom we learn this truth from. And I would like to say shalom to the hopefully elect. And today, this message is going to be titled, Your New World Order Shall Fail. You see? And I got this article right here. And it says, Elon Musk, Tim Cook among 17 CEOs likely to join President Donald Trump on China visit. And it says U.S. President will be on a state visit to China with his wife Melania Trump and a high-profile delegation including 17 top CEOs from Wednesday onwards. Former Trump administration official and billionaire Elon Musk will be among the high-powered business leaders in the U.S. delegation to China, according to a White House official. The delegation includes high-profile figures from the technology, finance, and industrial sectors. You see, and we all know what Elon Musk is known for, the Neuralink. You see, his brain chip, the mark of the beast, the charagma. You see, that's why I said the technology, finance, because your money is going to be on that chip. This is what we've been warning you about. Hey, and the Lord has it planned out right now in our face. And it says industrial sectors. And I looked it up. I looked up industrial sectors. It says these are the it says industrial sectors are broad categories of economic activity, often classified into primary raw materials, secondary manufacturing, so forth and so on. I'm just gonna get the what they are. Energy, materials, industrials, utilities, healthcare, financials, consumer, discretionary, if I pronounced it right, consumer staples like groceries, what it looks like, information technology, communication, real estate. Hey, and we often go into these things, how you won't be able to buy, sell, or trade. You won't be able to conduct yourselves in this society without that mark, man. And we're not ignorant of Satan's device. We know what this meeting is going into, man. How to chip all you people. You see? And these are the people among that's going to that meeting. I got another article that shows it more simpler. This is from CBS News. It says others invited to be a part of the delegation include Apple's Tim Cook. And we know Apple, they have their own brain charagma. They have teamed up with Synchrony. You see? BlackRock's Larry Fink. I think they say BlackRock is ran by a small hat. Blackstone, Boeing's, Goldman Sachs, Meta's. You see, we know Meta, another going into that charagma. Microns, Qualcomm's, Illuma's, MasterCards. You see, going into the money. Visa, Cargill, Cities. You see, Cisco's, Coherence, and GE Aerospace. You see? And all this is just going into the mark of the beast, their new world order, how they can set this up, man. You got all these high people, multimillionaires in the technology and financial world having a meet about what? Chipping you people, man. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And that vision is speaking right now. You see, once again, Neuralink, Apple's Synchron, their brain chip. You see, and all these different technical, financial, and industrial people linking up to have a meeting about what? The New World Order, their enterprise. And it's speaking at the end, and it's not lying, man. You see, and this is what is a part of that New World Order. The Book of Revelations, chapter 13, and verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. You see, he calls of all. And America just had some of their scientists in China that gave like 4 people a brain chip, if I'm not mistaken. I know for sure it just happened. I just can't think of the name of the company. But they're showing you America and China, they're linking up. They're already giving people brain chips. Now Elon Musk has the one over there. And the word for mark right here, charagma, G5480. It says a stamp and imprinted mark showing you that this is a physical action. Ain't nothing spiritual about this. This ain't nothing white women about this at all. You see? Nothing spiritual. It's a physical thing. When you come down to the Strong's definition, it says a scratch or etching, stamp as a badge of servitude. This is going to be a physical thing. You see? And the root word of charagma takes you to charax. And this is going to be the tool that they use to stick the small grain of rice inside of you. You see? You always say a pail or stake of palicide, a sharp instrument with that pointed tip. And the root word for charax takes you to grapho. When you come down to D, to write to one, by writing in a written epistle to give information, directions, like I said, healthcare, your financial, your real estate. He's going to have your first, middle, last, your address, how tall you is, how much you weigh, where you work, where you live. You see, what type of ailments did you have? You a diabetic, you a cancer patient, you a felon, all that, your money, how much money this nigga got, all that's going to be on that. And if you take this, you're going to be put to death, man. And we're here to warn you, don't take it. This is all part of Esau's wicked plan, man. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 in verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You see, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We know what this nigga's doing. He acting like this is going to be for the betterment of the world. No, it's for him to have you die right along with him. You see, in the NLT, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil scheme. This is an evil scheme that this nigga have planned. He know he's going out of power. So he like, all right, I'm going to take some niggas with me. You see? And Lord will, Yahweh Shem Al-Shai keep us to the very end, to not fold, to receive this mark, man. So back to Revelations 13 and verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to conduct yourself in Esau's new world that he's trying to put together, man. His enterprise. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and that man is who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white boy. And his number is 603 score and 6. And when you go into that word 603 score and 6, takes you to Kasai stigma. When you go to the root word, which is stigma, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. You see, showing you that this is going to be a physical action. They're going to prick that small grain of rice inside of you, or they're going to put it in your head. It says, to ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belonged to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. You see? So if you receive this, that's your badge of servitude, showing who your master, who your general is. Esau, Edom, the so-called white boy. And this is who you belong to. You see? And the Lord's going to put you to death for that. And I say, even and some stamp themselves, because guess what? You gonna run down there when Esau present this to you. You niggas gonna go down there and get it, man. You see, just like that juice, you niggas went and took it willingly. It's a movie called In Time. How them people had basically they had the mark, and their currency was time. And I asked somebody, I said, if everything went like that and we had to get money like that, would you get it? They said, yeah, I make mine purple. Niggas, man. That's why 2/3 gotta die here. You see? When I said the vision is yet for an appointed time, and at the end it's speaking and not lying. You see? The book of Job, chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty. You see? Now he is talking about Yahweh by Hashem outside. He's going to disappoint this nigga, man. When he think that he got the ball rolling, the Lord's going to disappoint this nigga, man. That's ultimately just to mark 2/3 so they can be put to death, man. You see? To see who's his and who's not. So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. They're not going to get the new world order fully established. You see, you just going to get the ball rolling, and that's just to destroy this place, man. The book of Job, chapter 20, in verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast a fury of wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You see, when he got the ball rolling, he think like, yeah, this is it. We got it. The Lord said he's going to cast his fury upon him while he is eating, and he's going to rain it upon him. And this is going to be by the way of World War III and those nuclear missiles. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. You see? And this is going to be your judgment for receiving this. The book of Revelations, chapter 14 and verse 9. Doom for worshippers of the beast. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So if you receive this, if you buy into this nigga system, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. You see, the same going to drink of his wrath. And what it said, when he's about to fill his belly, the Lord's going to pour out his wrath upon them by the way of that iron weapon, those nuclear missiles. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. That's going to be your judgment. Fire and nuclear heat. You see? Because Sodom and Gomorrah was an example of how not to live. And America has surpassed that. Their deeds has surpassed Sodom and Gomorrah's. And then for the niggas that get chipped, you're going to be a person, a nigga that's just left here to die here and suffer that eternal, not forever, but that very rigorous, torturous pain, man, by the way of being melted by that nuclear heat, man. And he tell you that in the book of Zechariah 14 and 12. Matter of fact, I'm going to get it. I'm going to close it out with that. The book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem al-Shai will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Like it just said, at fire and brimstone, you're going to be tormented. And this is going to be that plague. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. You're going to be melted out your body for receiving their charagma, the mark of the beast. Thus said the Lord Yahweh by Hashem al-Shai. So don't take it unless you just want to die here, man. pray that Yahweh by Shema Shah bless you to not take it. Because that's our prayer and hope that the Lord keep us. So, hey, Lord willing, this video was edifying. I want to end it off by giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to all the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whom we learn this truth from. And Shalom to the hopefully elect.